back to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. My name's Connor Williams, and we're back with another one of our 24/7 news report videos. As always, we start with the headline news, and the headline news this evening is that DANJUMA is expected to have his Everton medical on Saturday. That's come via Alan Myers. Obviously, this one has been a very, very long one, dating from January of this year. I don't think there's ever been a football manager, a football player, sorry, that took this long to come. Alan Myers said he's due to have his medical, loan deal agreed, 3.5 million, and expected to be done by Saturday. As previously stated, club hopeful of another one before the weekend. DANJUMA, like I said, Fabrizio also said he'll undergo his medical. Bid has been accepted. The player believes Everton is best for his career. After the January hijack, the communication stayed open, and Everton now finally, after what is like 6 months, finally get their player. Listen, I've been a bit, dubious of him because he snaked us in January, but he went for a better team. I was more not annoyed that he snaked us because I'm not that sensitive in football, because modern football there's no such thing as loyalty. And players are going to do what's best for players, whether that's career, financial, etc. So I wasn't annoyed at that. I was a bit annoyed at the way he'd sort of gone about it, like the messaging, just the way he went about it, like almost trying to appease. It just looked dead fake, trying to appease fans. And then it was proven to be fake, because then he completely went, "No, I'm not coming here. I've got a better offer. See you later." And I was worried that's what he was doing again when he was liking Decore's stuff, but it seems not. It seems like he might have learned his lesson. I know AC Milan were after him, but apparently they couldn't agree on the loan fee. Obviously, Everton have, like I said, it's about 3.5 million as of Alan Myers. So, yeah, I mean, you could look at it like, would he have come to us if he didn't? But let's be honest, guys, he improves our team. Let's just get him in and get it sorted. Forget it. Let's get on with the season. Good player, improves us. Yeah, I'm all for this. I'm all for this. And there'll be no, I don't think anyone will care come, the first game of the season that the January fiasco. Nobody's going to care. If he gets a couple of goals or gets a couple of good performances straight off the bat, people definitely won't care. But I don't think people are that, sort of, you're sensitive. I don't think people will care from the off. He's not going to get booed. It's not that bad. God, we had Rafa Benitez in charge and people were saying to get behind him. So this fella's got nothing to worry about there. Next, we have that Everton are interested in signing Ajax striker Brian BROBBEY. Everton have made no formal bids so far, but have made their interest known. That's come from Vinny O'Connor of Sky Sports. We asked, would you take Brian BROBBEY at Everton? So far, 2,896 you voted on Twitter. 61% said yeah, 33% said I don't know, and 6% said no. I don't know. Very, very highly promising player. A lot of potential. You could, he's a good player, but he's young. He's young. It's the exact same sort of problem as Gnonto. He's Gnonto's at least got Premier League sort of guarantee almost, because he's played a year in it. He won't need to adjust to it. Listen, he's a highly talented young man. He's got a very good future ahead of him in football. The price would have to be right. If we get the right price, yeah, I'd be all for this. But I'm not going to get excited over this one, which I think is why I'm being so hesitant, because I think this is one of those ones that just doesn't happen. Sky Sports also said that Everton have stayed in contact with Ajax over the deal for Brian BROBBEY. It's really tough to pronounce that because it just in English just doesn't look quite right. But yeah, like I said, Sky Sports had said that. Then we'd had some more news that a move away from Ajax for him is unlikely this summer. That came from Rion Baringa, a journalist for Football International, who basically saying it's unlikely this summer. So it looks like Everton inquired Ajax said no, and K Sarah. This is the thing with the paper talk. A lot of people will report, and teams are just inquiring, or the papers won't just say that because it's very boring. They'll be like, Everton are interested. Interested could be they've inquired, and Ajax have been like no, which is then a dead in the water. Or it could be he's on an Everton shortlist. He's one of 20 players Everton would like to look at this summer if they get the chance. That's what interest is, or they've heard the rumbling that somebody's mentioned his name at Finch Farm. It's never normally as exciting as it's reported when they say add interest. So yeah, as you guys probably know by now, transfer windows, they are wonderful and exciting, but there is a lot of fake news to get through. And we also have that Wilfred and Gnonto's agent is in London to finalise a deal to sign for Everton. This has come from TV dello Sport, who are an Italian journalism company, so media outlets. So take that with a pinch of salt because they're not always the most reliable. Gnonto is, do you know what? I just hope he signs. It's a bit like DANJUMA now. I just hope he signs because, or doesn't, because it's dragging all sorts. The other day he was getting his medical, then he's not. Now he's in London to finalise it. Jack Talbot as well, who is a journalist for the transfer.com. He's the chief football one, said that Willie Gnonto has expressed his willingness to join Everton, and it's believed the club will make a new offer to Leeds, whose valuation is closer to 19. It's thought a compromise can be reached. So he's not in London to sign his thing. Far from it if Jack Talbot's to be believed. But it looks like Everton and Leeds have found a way to make it closer to their valuation. 19 million for him isn't bad when you think of what he potentially could be. You could easily double that in 3 years if he goes on to progress the way he is. If you could keep him till he's 27 and he progresses the way he does, the potential he's got, you could maybe, dare I say, bearing in mind this is like nearly just short of 8 years into the future, you could be on about tripling that, not just because of how he grows, but because of the way football transfers are going. Every year it gets sillier and sillier. We also have that Moussa Dembele has got a choice between Everton and Villarreal for his next club. That's come from Football Scotland. Interesting their reporting on it. Clearly still like him from his Celtic days. I like Moussa Dembele. I think he's certainly fit a profile and he's cheap. I think if you're him, though, you probably pick Villarreal, don't you? So, yeah. We also have the Alan Myers, which I highlighted before, but sort of glossed over. He did say that Everton are expecting another signing this weekend. Who that is, nobody really knows yet, but Alan Myers has sort of said that. It's very interesting that he says that. Very interesting indeed. I wonder who it is. Could it be Gnonto? Who knows? Who knows? If this is somebody that's not Gnonto, then it's been very, very well kept from the media. And then we have that Everton, well, not finally, the penultimate bit of news is that Everton have now parted ways with Sleeves sponsor Boxed. The club are to finalise a more lucrative agreement in the 2023/24 season. And finally, at the end, the club are also going to announce their new away kit tomorrow. So stay tuned on our social media for more for that. We'll probably have somebody doing a kit review. And we'll be sharing it on Twitter and stuff. No doubt one of us lads will be doing a kit review on it. I know James Pendleton did the home kit. It was a very good video. So yeah, excited for this one. I like the away. I'm going to be quite controversial here, or maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm doing that annoying thing where people go controversial and then they'll go, I like chocolate, and like it's not controversial at all. But I actually prefer and I'm more excited for the away kit. And as much as it is purely a marketing money-making scheme / scam, the third kit, because they've got more creative freedom. Obviously, the home kit, it's got to be royal blue, got to have a bit of white in it. There's not much either. There's not much you can do, or there's not much that kit makers are willing to do. Maybe it's one of those like, oh, home kit, don't, you know, the traditional, don't touch it. So the away and third kit, though, I feel like, especially Hummel, who've been looking back in our history, but when you look at some of the other ones, they just go a bit mad, don't they? Arsenal in the past have had some nice kits. Their one this season is a bit, but yeah, I'm much more excited for this, see what Hummel do with this. Could it be a yellow kit again? Looking back at our history, could it have some zigzags? I don't know. I'm excited to see. But yeah, that's all we've got time for. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and comment down below your thoughts on anything I've mentioned. Let us know if you've heard any inklings of the away kit. They're normally always leaked before the club announce it. So I look forward to reading your comments. See you guys soon.